By the time I decided to disappear, I wasn't angry anymore. I was tired. Tired of the late-night work emergencies. Tired of the way she turned her phone face down. Tired of conversations that felt like interrogations whenever I asked simple questions. Lies don't always explode. Sometimes they drip slowly, corroding everything quietly. For months I had felt like a stranger in my own marriage. She would smile at me across the dinner table, but her eyes were elsewhere. Her laughter felt rehearsed. Her apologies came too quickly, too polished. And every time I tried to talk about it, she flipped it. You're insecure. You're imagining things. You're pushing me away with your paranoia. Eventually I stopped arguing, not because I believed her, because I was exhausted. The night I decided to vanish wasn't dramatic. No screaming match, no broken plates, just silence. She had texted that she'd be working late again. I didn't reply. Instead, I sat in the dark living room and stared at the packed duffel bag at my feet. I had transferred my share of money into a separate account earlier that week, canceled the joint credit card, updated passwords she didn't know about, quietly tied up loose ends. I wasn't going to fight for someone who had already checked out. I was going to disappear, start fresh in another city. No explanations, no dramatic goodbye. Just gone. By midnight, the house was still empty. I turned off the lights, picked up my bag, and stepped outside. The air was cold, quiet. I locked the door behind me. That was it. 5 years of marriage reduced to a click. I got in my car, started the engine, and my phone rang. Her name lit up the screen. 12:17 a.m. I stared at it. For a second, I almost ignored it. Let it ring. Let her come home to an empty house. Let her feel confusion for once. But something made me answer. Yeah? I said flatly. She wasn't crying. She wasn't angry. She sounded different. I need you, she said. Those 3 words hit differently than all the others she'd thrown at me over the past year. Why? I asked carefully. There was a pause. Then she whispered, I messed up. Silence filled the line. I already know that, I replied. No, she said quickly. Not like that. It's not what you think. I need you to come get me. My stomach tightened. Where are you? She gave me an address across town, one I didn't recognize. Whose place is that? I asked. Another pause. Then, I'll explain. Please, just come. I should have hung up, should have driven away, should have let consequences unfold without me. But despite everything, I still cared. So I drove. The entire ride there, my mind ran through scenarios. Affair exposed, argument gone wrong, manipulation attempt, a trap. When I pulled up, I saw her sitting on the curb outside a modern apartment complex. Alone. No car. No coat. She looked smaller somehow. Vulnerable. She stood when she saw me, wrapping her arms around herself against the cold. I didn't get out immediately. I rolled down the window instead. What happened? I asked. She swallowed hard. He's married, she said quietly. The words landed between us like shattered glass. So I had been right. There was a he. My jaw tightened. And? I said. And he told his wife tonight, she continued. She showed up. There was screaming. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. I let out a slow breath. The irony wasn't lost on me. She had been lying to me for months, and now someone had lied to her. He told me he was separated, she said, voice cracking. He said you and I were basically over anyway. There it was, the narrative she'd built in her head. We were basically over. I stepped out of the car finally. Were we? I asked. She looked at me like she'd just realized something. No, she whispered. The wind picked up slightly. You were going to leave me, I said calmly. Eventually. She shook her head. I don't know what I was doing. I felt invisible. I felt stuck. And he He made me feel wanted. And I didn't? I asked. She couldn't answer, because the truth was, I had tried. I just wasn't new, or exciting, or forbidden. I was about to leave tonight, I told her. Her head snapped up. What? I packed a bag, closed accounts. I was done. Her face drained of color. You were going to Vanish? She asked. Yes. The reality of that seemed to hit her harder than anything else. She stepped closer. Don't, she said. I almost laughed. Don't, I repeated. You had someone else waiting in the wings. He's not waiting anymore, she said bitterly. He blocked me after his wife showed up. Of course he did. Suddenly, everything felt clear. I wasn't her first choice tonight. I was her safe one. The one who answers midnight calls. The one who shows up. The one who doesn't disappear. And that realization hurt more than the affair itself. Get in the car, I said finally. Her eyes flickered with relief, but not hope. Just relief. As we drove back, neither of us spoke. The house came into view, the porch light still on, the door still locked, the life I was about to leave still waiting. Inside, she stood in the living room, looking around like she was seeing it for the first time. Are you staying? She asked quietly. I looked at my duffel bag sitting by the door, then at her. I don't know, I answered honestly. Her midnight call had changed everything, not because it saved our marriage, but because it revealed something important. She only realized my value when she was about to lose it, and I only realized my strength when I was ready to walk away. Sometimes you don't vanish to escape someone. You vanish to see if they even notice. Tonight, she noticed. The question now wasn't whether she'd changed. It was whether I still wanted to stay.